One wiener after another wiener. Two wieners after another wiener party, wiener fast talk, naughty rag, wiener.
So was anyone else doing anything while I was bear hunting?
We were waiting for you to fucking die.
No, what we were doing was we kind of just sitting around like, no more darkness.
I was with
Nope.
I pissed my whole name in the snow.
Now that we're level 4, I say we make a fucking beeline for that castle.
Halfway through the last name.
Y'all didn't
Go
get the
drink a
full
lot of
meal
water.
or anything like
We need
that.
to
No, we're
rest.
gonna sleep.
Yeah,
Fuck,
we need to
yeah.
sleep, yeah.
But this is
So-
traveling.
So
Like,
you'll,
No, we're camped. We just need to sleep.
it's like,
We're scouting.
so after about an hour, your damn near dead ranger.
No, I'm good now. I hit nice.
Oh, okay.
Still look like shit.
Yeah, you still are all cut up and shit.
Can I stealth into camp?
you look like you had sex with an
You're carrying half
You
of
had sex
the
with
bear.
an under your arm.
No. You're carrying half of a bear. There is no stealth.
That's what barrack and shit.
So comes
Huey, that shit.
hobbling his way back into camp, cut up, bloody,
Big people's
but
head.
okay looking for somebody who looks like he just got ripped apart by a bear. That's good.
I'm picturing a white version of the guy from Hell on Wheels. You all have to have seen Hell on Wheels.
Nope.
Nay.
All of you should start watching Hell on Wheels. It's cowboys and it's badass as hell. Point being is, I'm talking like face torn half off, and you sit there going, "Hey guys, what's up?
I'm here."
Lip in half, one eyeball removed from his skull. Ooh, take one of his eyes away. Teach him not to fucking wander off.
No, those are red.
We had
I thought it was. I thought it was like still half full. I guess I might have finished it and thrown it away, but
Not sure.
oh, whatever.
Okay, so you all make your way, or you make your way back into camp. You all are at camp now. Anybody that stayed in camp and didn't go almost died of a bear can read for 2 hours if they'd like, or write for 2 hours.
I need to do
Do I
something to that.
Do I get my bear done now?
I need another book.
Yeah.
Yeah, your bear's basically.
So I need another book.
Yeah, quite some
What is your book?
Plus 2 herbalism. Hey, you want to borrow my book?
Does it help medicine?
I'm sorry.
it's nature.
Herbalism was for nature.
Would it also help medicine?
No.
Okay,
If
so
you're making this, then
should we sleep?
I would love to keep reading books, but I know I'll become OP as fuck if I do.
you'll keep doing it then.
Also, really hard to find books.
That's also
For
true.
that exact reason.
I have.
I'm just saying, realistically, you know,
What is your
metagaming and shit, but you probably wouldn't let me keep doing it.
Yeah.
The Bible.
It would get ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would like to read a book.
There are limits to that. I'll allow a couple books per person over time, just because it's nice to be able to find your skills out, but you can't just sit there and get proficient in everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay. All right.
because I can get by with 4 hours of
Proficiency
sleep.
bonus doesn't go up with this level, does it? It's 5, right? Somebody check that real quick in the player's handbook.
No, yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
Yeah, right, what?
Proficiency bonus.
Wait, it's +5?
No.
You get that plus 3.
Oh.
It goes up at
I
5.
was like, what the fuck? We jumped that high?
Okay. So, everybody, did you want to do anything else before you go to bed? Anybody?
I need to sleep.
Obviously.
We know you can sleep.
You might not survive the night. Are you
You don't
gonna come
get
in and hide your tent?
I'm gonna toss you my head.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to my tent.
Alright, so,
So this
watch,
The thing that fucked you up?
watches,
That's fine, bro.
watches.
Not it.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Second.
Alright. So,
We are the knights.
yeah, but your watches are uneventful. It starts to snow a little bit throughout the night.
Can you please let another bear come out during his watch and just charge on the woods and just beats the fuck out of
So
them?
go ahead and heal your full hit or your full health. You recovered half of your hit dice.
You can look like
So you only recover up to 2. I don't know how many you used if you used all 4.
It's 3, so it's still be 2, right?
Yes, you still recovered. You recover half of your max, so not half of what you're missing.
We all have our new HP values too.
Your HP values, your spells, everything, all like that is all. You have access to everything now. You all are fully level 4.
We did really good spells.
What?
I was trying to remember if I got new spells.
I don't think so.
No. Level 4 is printed on that.
6.
No, it's
5. Alright. So you all wake up the next morning. It's light snow, not very much, just, it's snowing. Y'all are right at dark, right? You're like right at the dawn. Or did you want to do something sooner? Sooner?
We went to bed early, right?
Yeah, we went to bed early, so we could get up early and sneak
They
in.
want to be up with the ass crack of dawn.
So like an hour before daylight?
Yeah.
You're half hour away. So
Wait. We never talked about this. Are we trying to get him in the front door, or are we sneaking him?
Well, let's scope the place out and then.
Well, that's what I mean. Regardless, it's going to be daytime whenever we're there.
Well, it would just be turning. No. If we wake up an hour before
you
dawn,
decide that, I'm gonna go back.
if we wake up an hour before dawn, it's 30 minutes to get there. We have 30 minutes
Plan our
in like the pre-dawn hours.
That's
Or
fair.
pre-dawn 30 minutes.
I still think we should give it maybe 2 hours before dawn, just to be like, we can get there, we can plan, we can
have
wait
an hour and a
down.
half. Oh,
Yeah, to circumvent, and just because 30 minutes is kind of like that. The sun is in the distance and it's lit, but it's not up yet, type of deal,
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were trying to.
And here's the thing, is that since they have winged creatures, I'm assuming their alarm clock is a rooster. Or...
We just go and find it and kill it.
Well, I don't know if what did you kill, a griffin?
I
Okay.
killed 2 bastards.
You killed a griffin.
I'm not gonna have a vulture.
Okay, so
killed
do
one or two
I mean,
vessels
I don't know if
there.
griffins get up and brew, like, caw for the morning light, so let's not risk it. Let's go about 2 hours.
2 hours early, we walk an hour and a half to
We have
scope
an hour
it
and a
out,
half
circle the place.
pre-dawn.
And if we are going to just walk in the front door, we wait an hour.
My falcon is not.
Alright. So you all make your way back.
My dog.
You all make your way back to the trail. You keep heading up the trail. After about 10 minutes, you come to where it forks, and Harvard told you to take the right and go south back towards Red Larch, kind of. After about
Wait, sorry. Can we stay off the road? Like literally like 15 yards to the right of the road so that we're not, like it'll take us longer, but we walk through the forest. Literally, if anyone's looking down the road, they cannot see us. Is that a stupid thought or is that worth?
Yeah.
Are we in hills?
yes,
We don't want to slow us down.
you are in the hills.
Okay,
That will slow you down.
No, it's my party.
Is it your party?
I reread it the other day. It's party.
Then yeah, let's just do a
Those
little bit
guys
of
figure out how to
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was trying
Yeah,
to figure
because
out
you
how that
died
worked.
there or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Okay, so you all.
So as long as I'm leaving.
How far off the trail are you going to be? You just want to be under the cover of the tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally just under the first or second tree there, just so that we're not standing out in the middle of the open. Yeah.
Okay, so you all make your way up. You follow the trail. After about 5 or 10 minutes on this new path, it's still really dark, so it's kind of slow moving. It starts to get not darker, but your vision starts to get more limited, and you realize it's actually getting kind of foggy. And as you all approach, it's getting thicker and thicker. Eventually, it gets to the point where you're looking at like maybe 50 feet of vision total.
Dark vision doesn't help.
So I'm gonna wait for everyone to
Dark
stop.
vision doesn't help.
It's not dark.
It's
so
obscured.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna wait for everyone to stop. You move fast through hills and woods and whatnot.
The whole party will.
Huh?
The whole party will move
Right,
to the same
but I meant
speed.
he's also stealthy. Someone would go 50 feet ahead at the edge of the vision, so we have some clue. That way we don't end up bumping into it.
I would like to put on the cloak of the rock. That gray stone looking cloak.
Did you all keep that? I thought you all gave that to Harvard.
No, I took it off.
He asked for it back because we wanted to make sure.
I made sure I kept that.
Alright.
So stealth roll.
That's interesting. Okay.
Do I get advantage for being a rock?
Should regret to have that.
No advantage for the cloak. No.
That's pretty good.
What?
Going up ahead.
Being just like a rock.
Wearing his cloak. It's a very recognizable piece of clothing.
No, but he could.
It's also
like, if
harder
he,
to spot in fog as the fog.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
he
not
also
great.
can, like he can also like.
You're
It looks like a
wearing-
rock.
Your normal
I'm wearing
clothes
a
are
bear skin.
like a bear skin. I mean, you blend in pretty well. You're a ranger. You know how to.
Alright, well I'll keep being a bear then.
Except for being a fridge.
Yeah, you're not gonna get any kind of stealth advantage with the rocks.
13 stealth.
Okay. Is everybody else stealthing behind him?
Yes.
Yeah. All
Roll
right.
for it.
Group stealth?
All of my rolls are bad.
Oh, that's right. What was your self roll?
14.
23.
8. Or you're off by yourself. Or no, he is, sorry. What was yours, Max? 8. 16.
Oh, do I need to roll for dog meat with them?
So,
Dog meat's same as yours.
I was gonna say.
so basically, everybody else's stealthiness helped me to not suck.
Are we considered? Are we considered?
What was yours again? Sorry. Do you remember?
14.
Okay.
Are we considered relatively quiet, or
Yeah, you all.
anything too major? Okay.
You all keep relatively quiet. I mean, you're walking through the underbrush and not on the path,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you're
it's
making a
gonna
little
be
bit of noise, but luckily the snow kind of dampens most of the sound you're making because you're trudging through like knee-high snow, kind of like it's
We're off road, yeah.
yeah, it's not fast, especially now that he's left you all. That slows you all down because he's not blazing the trail for you all anymore.
But you're pacing yourself.
What's your favorite terrain?
Forest.
Okay, that'll count. This is a wooded hill, so I'll count both of them.
Thick,
Never mind, he's blazing the trail now, so it's not slowing
thick
down.
wood. So we're good. Then.
All right, so you're a little bit ahead, right? All right, so you start to make your way forward. You see up ahead of you, the trees are starting to thin out, and you actually come to kind of the edge of the hill here. There's a drop off in front of you. The trail to your left kind of leads away from you, kind of follows the edge of the cliff.
Okay. So let's cut across, not on the cliff, but back up a little bit, cut across.
So to the other side of the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Agreed. If you try to look over, when you look over the edge of
I
the
don't want to get
cliff.
that close to it.
Okay. All right, so you all cross over the road and head up a little farther.
They're close enough to see the spire.
You have gotten to the point now, with another couple minutes walking through, you've gotten to the point where you can now just barely see the very bottom outline of a structure in front of you. But it's wooded and foggy, and you can't really see much more than the fact that there is a building there.
I'd like to get a little closer, enough that you can make out what's there, and then call them up to me.
All right, so you make your way over to the edge of the woods.
Is it the woods?
Yeah, like it's removed from the woods. There is a small clearing.
Okay, yeah, I'll get close, but still in the trees.
Okay, so the spire is close to the cliff, but it's not like.
The spider's on the cliff.
Yeah.
Just let me,
Okay.
because he hasn't even seen it yet. He
Okay.
just saw ahead of him there was the edge.
Okay, sorry.
So what you can see now, as you go to the edge of the tree line, the path goes up, and the cliff kind of comes to a point where the spire is itself. There's actually a large gap between the rock that the spire sits on and the path, the part that you're on. And there is a drawbridge that is up at the moment that would reach over that path to allow you all into the spire.
Okay.
There are 2 guards on either side. All you can see is movement. You can't make out anything about what they're wearing or what they are. You see 2 humanoid figures. You're just not close enough yet to get any.
Alright, I'll make a little
So,
forward.
I have one question. So, point, tower dead. Drawbridge on this side?
Yes,
What's underneath the drawbridge?
there's a drop.
Oh, so it's literally like it's on its own little pillar.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Like it's not all the way off the edge. Like if you were to jump off the right side, you'd fall hundreds of feet.
Right.
Like you're looking at like 30 or 40 feet down, where
Gotcha.
it's just a cut through the
So,
rock.
and how wide is it?
It's about 20 feet wide.
Okay.
Not
is it
really jumpable.
Is it still pretty foggy?
Yes, it's still very foggy. Like you all can see maybe 15 or 20 feet of the spire before it disappears into the fog.
Okay, and now these trees that we're close to, how tall are these trees?
You're looking at like 20, 30 feet.
So I could probably, since it would be athletics to climb a tree, right? I could definitely climb up the tree, and I could engage wingwear and just fly around.
I was gonna say,
Get attacked.
Or, well, what I could do is
with
I could
the
fly
fog,
around
you
to
can-
fly.
Well, we're still looking at like 45 minutes of dark, by the way.
Okay.
It was a good little trek that took you a while since you
Okay.
came off.
So what I could do is I could quickly fly around the spire and see if there's like any windows, and if so, we might be able to like tie a rope from one of the trees into the window, and then all you can do is just like climb over.
I mean, the other option is if you're worried about how far you can fly, because you drop 5 feet for every 5 feet.
No, 5 feet for every 30 feet.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
damn, that's actually a lot better than I thought.
He glides.
Yeah. I was thinking like, okay, well then that's probably better. I was gonna say, I know you fall fast with me on your back, but we could clear that gap pretty easy.
Mhm.
If you wanted to get up in the tree, the 2 of us, and go, when you got to the other side of the gap, I could climb because my acrobatics is a little better.
What we could do is like we could leave you sitting in the tree. I do the main flight around, so I don't lose that much in height, and then come back. And once I know where to go, we make a beeline directly there.
That's fair, and then I can leap from that to the window. And
And you'd be carrying the rope, so the rope.
well, then I would call that a plan. I don't know if it's the A plan, but
If it's
it's
flying around, you're gonna lose a lot of height.
Do
try to
we
go
know
around.
how wide? Can you tell how wide this structure is?
Wide, you're looking at.
Look at how wide.
just throw it out here. I'm totally down with using
It's pretty
phones.
wide. Like,
Some espionage.
what's your
Like,
fly speed?
30.
You're looking at like at least 2 turns to just get around the width of the place. Give me a second, I'll tell you exactly.
So it's 60.
and you fall 5 for every.
It is 80 feet wide at the base.
80 feet wide at the base.
I don't know why I closed that because I'm going to do that anyways.
So for the circumference is 2 pi r.
So it's 2 times 40 times pi, which we'll say is
So
times
just
3.
3.
Geometry.
Yeah. So
Like Nick Morelli.
80 times 3 is what? 1600. So it's 1600
8
feet.
times 3 is 24, so that's not
That's,
right.
oh, that was 4.
200.
Oh, no, I'm talking about times 2. That's my bad. You're right. 2400 divided by 60. Is it for every 60 feet you glide?
30.
30 feet you glide.
I dropped 5.
Alright. Because of. You sit there trying to work this out in your head because of the distance the trees are from the edge of the cliff and how big around the tower is. You're almost certain that you will drop below the height of the edge to get back on before you make it all the way around the tower. You're very, very certain that you will not be able to make it back if you go all the way.
So you'd have to find a window.
You have to
which we
find
don't know.
something on the other side to catch yourself and not fall to your death.
There may be a balcony or a window, but that's a hell of a risk.
Well, at least according to the thing.
Remember, if you don't move 30 feet, you also drop like a fucking stone.
No, yes, yeah. So, well, yeah, I could just keep on gliding until.
But you're going to end up down over the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna go. It'll be tomorrow by the time I get back up.
You wouldn't
See you all on
die.
Tuesday.
Yeah, you wouldn't die, but you'd be out of a fight.
Oh, yeah.
In that case, I say we do the espionage. What do you think, Glenn? You down to?
Yeah, I could venture forth with a couple of my retainers.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Hawk, right? Hawk, they're aviation based.
Some Umbra dodge?
We say, oh, okay, so we have a Hawk. He has a trainer for his Hawk. Okay? That way you don't have to leave your Hawk in someone else's hands. Okay? Then, because he's wealthy, he can have a chauffeur and a bodyguard.
We're getting a little bit.
I'm just saying, we can get a couple people and make sure that they don't.
And I just realized this is that since I wear the occult armor without their symbol, this is dawned on me. Odds are they're gonna be like, huh, that's our armor. Pretty sure that's not gonna go very well.
We stroll up, we go, yo bitches, drop the fucking thing. When they do, we go, alright, walk in.
When they don't.
Whoa.
We brawl.
Yeah, we gotta find something
Everyone's on the
out.
far side first. Everyone goes right.
The question will be, what's the password?
We have some information. We have some information you really want to see.
Over the boat.
Here, I'll write it on the
Then there's
You
just
can't
like
tell.
that.
It comes up into the fog and you can't see. You can
What?
see about 25 feet of the spire.
Let's see if there's a reason for them to move it. Something as simple as, hey, we're the adventurers from Waterdeep and making your fucking life hell. We need to talk to the guy in charge. Better chance than going, hey, open up and we'll kill you. But we can also come up with something like him saying that he has a proposition for them that they really don't want to lose.
The spire also goes down past the edge of the cliff. You're not looking at the very bottom level. It
Or we can
continues
just
to go
play it
down
cool on
about 20 feet.
aviation.
Dude, I'm thinking you get the Hawk, don't even worry about the trainer, you get a manservant, I'll get fucking disguised by him. We go in,
I can
try
at
to
least do
find
that,
try to find a way to get you guys in. If we can't sneak you in, you fly around. Things go super bad, you don't pay, we do. Like,
Well, okay, you can. Well, it's foggy. I was about to say you can whisper stick to us, but then since it's fog, you can't see any of us much.
In your opinion, how far do you think I can throw that foot?
100 feet. The length of the chain.
That would require a pretty good strength check to throw it all 100 feet.
It's percentage.
That's because remember, you're looking at that's a solid steel chain. Like it's a lot of weight.
you're literally holding a chandelier, too. Like, it isn't like it's light.
Percentage dice, I think, since it's 100 foot.
I vote that me and Flan go in first, or me and Vice go in first, and try to see what we can do.
You also don't see. I mean, you can't make out like really anything about the spire besides its shape and the fact that there's a drawbridge there. Like it's still way too foggy. Like you can't even see the people. Like you can just kind of see that there are people there.
You can see just silhouettes.
Yeah, you can tell that there are two people like kind of moving on either side of the drawbridge. That's about it. You don't see any lights or any windows or anything like that.
For all we know, this could be a spire that basically has no windows for that purpose. Like, we can't see anything about it. So unless we want to wait till daytime, I say we just do some fucking...
Well, hold on. No. How far can you throw a sacred flame?
60 feet.
Would you want to have essentially have us hiding into somewhere off over there? I know you're squishy, but I mean,
I'm not as squishy.
okay, but I mean just like some kind of distraction, just to essentially like if there's any sentries around, just seeing like a ball of fire coming out of.
Okay, well, then, how about this? All right, I got a plan. Just let me run through the entire thing.
Yes.
Tell me what you think. Glenn is the aristocrat. I am his, whatever, his retarded cousin.
Good
sure.
so far.
We disguise by Mugen as best
Done.
as possible. Even if we swap places, I'll be the noble, he'll be the retarded cousin. I'll be the retarded noble. It's fine.
No one's gonna buy
The
that.
point being is, then we
So
have
you
his
want to
horn
straight
and his hawk. If we get into a hard position, we can either send the hawk or the horn or blow the horn, and you guys know to cause a mass
Blow
distraction so we can get the
horn.
fuck out of there.
Do not blow that fucking
Never,
horn here.
never again. Never again.
What happened last time?
Spring.
But the thing is,
We gotta fight with
there's
something we
a
weren't
fucking
supposed to get in a fight
spire
with.
full of people trying to kill us.
But the point being is that we can signal you guys to make a distraction so that we can get the fuck out of there.
Well, okay. Instead of the sacred flame, what if you just had somebody? Since you're in the fog, just have somebody blow the horn.
That's fine. Have someone out. We'll send the hawk.
I'm not squishy. I can blow a horn.
But we
This will be Jericho. We'll walk
we
around
get
the
to
wall
an
for
area where
7
we can
days.
release the hawk.
That was
The
40
hawk
days.
goes back to you.
It's 40
If the
days.
hawk comes back, something's wrong. We
Vertigo
blow the
plays.
horn. They're like, what the fuck is
Things
going
that
on?
are
We slip on out.
strenuous and trials are typically 40 days.
Okay, 40 days in the desert, 40 days of
What?
rain.
But I know. Oh no,
Pentecost,
it was
40
was it like 7 days of blowing their horns or something like that. Something was like 7
So-
days and the other thing was 3.
So, does anyone else have a better idea other than me and Flynn?
No, I know.
I think we're able to see the wall.
5's prime.
We toss picks over, get across the
13 is
thing,
prime. It's evil.
either throw ropes up and over, and stealth up the wall, or get some either Mugen that flies you in, if we can see the top of it, we can get in. And then we try to lower ropes down to us or something, and we get over on top of the wall, and then we work our way in. Because if we go through the front, we're just going to get swarmed.
So
by
there is a
griffins.
wall around this.
That's
It's
why-
just straight.
That's where
columns.
the disguises are super
Okay.
important.
There's no wall, there's just a hole that
Yeah.
you fall in trying to get to.
Here's the thing that
Yeah, I thought that was
I'm
right.
picturing, and I want to make sure that you realize that I think this is how it's supposed to go. And during the daylight, we might find out it is literally a shaft
I think it is.
with a cliff coming up to it. So when the drawbridge drops, that you get across, there is no ledge there. It's a wall.
Most of it, yeah, there's not,
Yeah.
on
So
the other side of the gap,
can't
you're not
leap
looking at a
over.
lot to stand on. Like,
Yeah.
the place that isn't just a sheer drop off the side of the cliff is like the front of the area
You
where
would need to
the
throw it
drawbridge
to a
is
window.
and where the guards are standing.
And if you're going to throw it to a window,
There's not
the
a
ones-
bunch of land around it. It's literally like the spire. The spire has been constructed out of the rock. Like the spire just comes down and eventually turns into normal rock formations.
And if we're thinking about windows, not only are they going to be high, so it's going to be 60 feet plus 20, whatever that radius is. It's going to be a hell of a throw, but also we're running a chain.
Alright, go ahead and do your.
So I'm just thinking the only real idea we have is to try to be stealthy about it and get you guys in. If we can bring the rope with us, maybe we can find some sort of way where you throw it up and we string some rope down and you guys can tie it off on both ends and shimmy your way up because you don't have to throw it, you know? But I can't think of any other logical way that we can get in and figure out what's going on. And yeah, it's going to be dangerous, so it's completely up to you if you want to be part of it. But I'm willing to try it because I think it's a better choice than storming the wrong place.
My only thought was that if we made like a shit ton of noise, maybe we would have some scouts that would come out and I don't know, maybe like kill this if they were riding mounts, kill the riders and take the mounts.
I know Mike isn't going to like this, but we can have Flame Boy over here set a fire near the edge of the woods, like on a tree, and then come out to investigate why the tree's on fire.
What does
Or
that
we could
accomplish?
just use
So we get a couple of them.
Because you like the forest and they're letting.
No, I mean, what is that going to accomplish for us?
It brings a couple of them out and lets them draw the bridge down.
So either they have to draw the bridge to come out, or they'll have their mounts, which we can steal from them.
No, no, that they have.
I still think that
We don't even know who's in here.
Yeah, I still think the best.
One thing you do know is that they will have things with fire.
Yeah.
That's the whole like point of
Right.
this group.
I
People
think
that,
the best.
We know that they're going to send mounted people.
yeah, you don't know that they're going to send it, just
Yeah.
know that they will have.
But I
I
mean,
think
to
our
get
best
across
chance
that,
is
to get across that gap, you have two
I really
choices:
do.
either bring down the bridge and then come out, or they fly. There's one of two choices.
Right.
Or we kill the guards, cut the cord on the bridge, and storm it.
Well,
I guys, I gotta be honest with you. My character would not want to storm a fucking castle. Like me, I would love to, but Puriel's not going to be part of that. So we're gonna have to do something crafty, or else this isn't gonna work.
I think we should try to make a distraction and draw them out.
that's what I was thinking. Just
Can you do that after we go in?
I don't think you're gonna make it in.
I absolutely think we can make it in.
Try it. We can fight if they don't.
Alright, so you all have about 20 minutes of darkness left.
Then let's get the disguises going. You guys should come up with your plan over here, and then as soon as our disguises are done, we'll try to get in. If things really go bad, there's a fight there, and we retreat. I mean, we're not above that.
You send the elves in, and if things go wrong, the elf bitches will run.
And the
they
dwarf-
will run
yes.
to us, and we will kill them.
That's perfectly fine with me. You can phrase it like that. I just
The guards will run to us, and we will kill them.
So
Or the
then,
elves.
my question is, okay, if I'm going to be disguising you guys, I got 20 minutes. Do I have to roll for it? Because, like, that's deception.
Disguise kit? Is that what you got?
I got a disguise kit, but also I'm, like, proficient in, like, this.
Disguise is disguise kits take 7 days to build a full.
I thought that was a forgery kit.
Or that's right, 4 days.
Yeah, disguise is like 15 minutes, and at least in Critical Role that's what we made.
Alright. You have time before daylight to get maybe one of them.
Then do him. I'll use my cloak with no face.
him.
I have the cloak that you can't see my face.
And you have, but you also have, like, the decorated.
Yeah, that is a new.
Yeah, I have the decorated cloak. I have the stuff to look like nobility because I hate it.
Right.
Okay.
All we would do is
Have the
change
stuff
your.
look like a bill? No,
I do. Yes, I wear that.
So if I'm going to be.
Yeah, I know. I spent a lot of my money on that when we first did it.
Like, I'm proficient in, like, disguising with this disguise kit. So, like, do I have to roll for anything, or does he?
Yeah, roll a deception check.
D20.
Wait, who are you disguising first? Him?
Me?
What is he trying to disguise for? Wait.
Because they
how
have-
are they supposed to make you?
Well, here's
look
the thing.
like
They have descriptions of us, so we don't need to be like completely different people. We need to not match their
Not match
description.
the
to them.
description, yeah.
So if
And we
we
have that.
If
so-
you want to make me look like a noble and he gets the ranger's cloak, we can do that. The idea is that I don't even know what your guy looks like. What, long blonde hair or something?
It's long black hair.
Long black hair. Someone who does not have long black hair
I can just cut my hair.
and elven symbols all over his clothing would probably be good enough. Because they don't really have that much description on us. So even something as simple as cutting your hair if you're willing to. My guy, the only issue is my guy's very distinctive looking with the tattoos and whatnot. So he's probably going to be like,
So I can disguise you.
yeah, and he can cut his hair and that could be good enough if you want. Give me a fake beard.
What was it?
That one.
So he's
So he's going to be the ass half of a horse.
He does the simplest
He
thing. He
tries-
says you're a new man.
He tries to cover up your tattoos. There's a little bit of makeup on the tattoos, but you can still see the outline of your tattoos. And after 15 minutes, frustrated, that's as far as he's got. He can't figure out how to make these tattoos not.
Can you roll to give me a beard? Fake beard.
Can I go again? Just for the beard.
So, like, what's he gonna do? Just like everybody, all right, everybody, we
He's
need
going to come with like
everybody,
the orange glasses, nose, mustache.
everybody, we need some pubes. We'll just rub some tree sap on
Well,
your.
see, that's the thing. It's a disguise kit.
Cuts off a
Disguise
chunk of
kit.
I'm the only Abraham Lincoln.
Disguise kit should have a beard in it.
Yeah.
So if he has a beard, he can just
All right,
put the
well-
glue on my face. Like,
After your
I'm gonna
first-
go ahead and.
Hold on. After your first failed attempt, you're gonna cut your hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my hair.
Eric has more pube than junk, and he's got a decent
Oh,
amount
we
of
can
pube.
use my hair to make your fake
oh, dude,
Long strands of hair.
no, absolutely. A Fu Manchu and a robe, and I'll just be like your old assistant.
All right. Well,
Yeah, no, that's
so you got your hair cut. You've got shitty makeup on.
I don't need you to buy the robe.
He was trying to cover your tattoos.
I don't have tattoos on my face.
Well, no, I didn't mean on your face. Just like he was.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna wear a robe so that I could go.
I know that's what you wanted him to do.
No, we were trying to do the fact that I have like a shaved sides of my head with a goatee. Like it's pretty fucking obvious that I'm not, some random dude.
Okay, so you'll go at him with the disguise kit and give him a.
I mean, I'm not like.
It's a really shitty looking beard right now and really shitty looking hair on the side.
And I'm just like, I'm sorry, this is all I got.
It's
That's
it's pretty clear that it's fake. Like, but that's after the first 15 minutes, and you get your hair cut down to where you like it.
If anybody asks, just be like, I killed the barber. That's all you have to say.
You spend most of that time making sure it looks good. It's the note. You have to appear well kept. What are you two doing?
We're gonna go find a space in the trees.
Are you gonna wait for light, or are you gonna go right now?
I had one fucking job.
I'll go with the information the same.
Smoky fire where we're not gonna like the entire forest on fire.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll clear out some of the underbrush around a patch of 2 or 3 trees and make sure that the fire's not going to spread. This is really high tension music for
Building a fire.
like you guys are in a fucking
I'm gonna
woods.
take your old clothes, your nobles.
Sometimes the woods are kids.
What did you have?
I have flying
I got
clothes.
raped by a bear, Leonardo DiCaprio style.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Then I was using my. I was gonna say I'm just gonna bring a lot of high.
So as you all are prepping your hair and everything, the sun finally starts to peek over the hills. You get your first decent look at the tower as the wind picks up.
Excuse me. For weeks.
Is it just you and I?
Incognito. Also, can you get your falcon to sit on your shoulder?
The wind starts to pick up around the tower, and way faster than you would expect. The fog is almost completely gone. Like it pushes it off, especially off of the hill, very fast. And now that you all can see on the other side of the spire, there is a small valley. Nothing, you're in the middle of the valley right now. But this is actually facing the far side of the spire is facing away from where Red Larch is. Goes farther into the mountains. Like the Summer Hills are on the other side, but on the far side of the spire, there is a small valley there. You can make out a river running down through the middle of the valley. You realize that both edges are very sheer drop-offs. You're looking at hundreds of feet down where you just fall off the edge.
Okay. So I guess the most important question.
Hold on. Just let me finish. I haven't even got to the spire yet.
Okay, I was going to ask about it.
The spire itself.
Yeah, we'll get inspired.
The spire itself, very, very clearly constructed out of the existing rock. You can tell just based on the look of it, this is clearly a dwarven creation. This is, you'd assume the Delvers. You heard about the Delvers being in the valley.
I am the Delver.
From what you can tell,
I am the fucking Delver.
the spire is made mostly of limestone, with some sections of marble used to kind of make like ornate additions.
They call it line work.
Yeah, line work. There you go. So it's mostly very white. It's very bright. The spire.
IRL, I do construction.
The spire stands out. It's not the rest of the rock around you, red, iron-based something. This is very white, and it's very well constructed. There are very few actual windows until you get almost like 15 feet from the top of the spire. It's very solid construction all the way up.
Feeling Wizard's Den. I'm feeling it. Through the floppy hat and beard.
As the sun keeps coming up, it's getting windier and windier. Not like blowing you over windy, but there is a constant wind that seems to be pushing at your backs towards the spire the whole time.
This way, roll.
As you get a better look at where the spire itself is sitting, especially Dirk notices this. You're kind of confused how the spire is still standing. A lot of the rock holding it up has almost seemed to be eroded away at this point, and without getting on the other side and really looking at it, you're curious whether or not this thing is ready to fall over at any second.
Dwarven
How
gunpowder?
deep down?
What?
How deep down is it looking bad?
From the edge, from where the edge of the road is down, the spire extends about 20 feet down past that, and then that's where it meets the natural rock, and that's where edges seem to be eroding away underneath it, yet it's still standing. Now that you have a good look at the front door, or at the drawbridge is set back into a recess in the spire itself. There's a very ornate frame around the drawbridge itself. It's shaped like a rock, large eagle, with its wings spread wide out. The wingspan is wide enough that they actually extend past. You sons of bitches! I spent so much time on this. Fucking listen. The door itself is set in the mouth of a rock, a large eagle. You can see the eyes and the head above it. You can see the wings that actually expand outside, past your field of vision on the spire. Its feet are on either side, like it's coming at you. The drawbridge itself is heavy, wooden, metal framing. On either side of the drawbridge stand 2 armed guards, both of which carry spears and shields. The armor is not what you expected, though. You expected the black and the blue that you had seen the air cult wearing before. These people are wearing very ornate armor that is based in gold with blue and white trimming, and on their chest is the shape of a feather being blown along with a wind gust. They don't appear incredibly hostile, they're just kind of watching. Let's see. As you look up the spire gets thinner and thinner. It goes up from the base where it meets the rock. It's about 80 feet, so about 60 feet from where the door is. Up, you're looking at the top of the spire, where it comes to a singular point above it, like a small structure on top, juts out, and then there are 3 extensions out, one facing towards you all and one facing to each side, about 10 feet off of that. And the bottom of those structures are different winged animals. You can see an eagle to the right. You can see a griffin, and to the left, you can see a manticore. Ooh. And they're like stone gargoyles.
I didn't even know it was in this. Never mind.
Any Pegasi?
No,
Okay,
not that you've seen.
so were we correct about the way it's a flat wall, and then the drawbridge falls down and it hits the cliff? How far away are the trees past that?
Okay, so the drawbridge extends like about 25 feet out from the thing, and then it's probably another 20 feet to the nearest tree.
To the nearest trees? Okay, I just want to get an idea of where we're standing right now. Okay,
She's gonna top the wall is 60 feet.
I have a couple
60
things,
feet above you all, yes. 60, 65, something like that.
I have a couple of things to ask just for my peace of mind. Max, can I borrow your trench coat thingy? Your trench coat? The cloak?
Show the perception.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna mess with this old cloak that I have. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the trench coat thingy on top of it, and I'm gonna put my old cloak up so that it kind of like masks the hair. I'm gonna try to look as old as humanly possible, just complete the image really, because we're talking like scruffy everything.
Wait, which cloak are you putting on? Your magic one, or
No, my old one, the one that I had before. Yeah.
What is your play here?
To deter my appearance as much as possible.
I thought the whole thing was you were going to be like a manservant. You're going to have an old ass manservant.
I mean, it's a semi-formal cloak in a cleric's jacket.
It could be my woodhouse.
You are Woodhouse.
It literally looks like an older man with very nice clothing that follows you around. It's just the idea of being out of the way. Anyway, so I think that's good enough if the beard thing works. What else do you want to do before we go? Is short hair good enough for you?
Yeah, I've got the ornate cloak. I've got my signature.
Okay. Then
I think I should keep the armor, or do you think I should on my fine cloak?
I mean, if you're a noble, you can't have pieces of armor on. I mean, mine's going to be under my cloak.
Mine's like my armor's also like all like
ornate
talons and feathers.
Alright, so while you all are prepping, you hear the clang of metal, the gears working, as the drawbridge is actually lowered, and then the gate inside is lifted. Inside there is another solid wood with metal framing gate, which is then lifted, and the door opens. The two guards that are out there make their way inside, and two more guards come out. Where before it was two human males, you're now looking at an elven male and a human female. So both of which take up positions on either side of the gate. The interior gate is lowered, but the drawbridge is not raised. The drawbridge is not raised.
That person's really concerned about if elves were.
They should respect elven nobility. If they work for nobility, they should respect the fact that he's actually a nobleman. Then I think our disguises are ready. Do you guys know enough that we can go in, or do you need more time?
Yeah, we're waiting on you to do something.
Okay.
It's really.
I just don't want to take too long, so I'm like ready to get into it.
Yeah, it's really the Bison Courier show right now.